Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the channel. Happy Memorial Day. Listen, I worked hotel planner overnight and I had some crazy calls. So let's kind of get right into it. One guy, and he was hilarious. He was coming to Nebraska, and he called me from the hotel parking lot. And he's like, I'm scared to go in. Do you have a room? And I'm like, oh, Lord, sir. I'm thinking, well, is he drunk, under the influence, or anything like that? So I was like, okay, well, you know what hotel you at? I booked for several, and he gives me the name of the hotel. And I'm like, you're in the parking lot? And he goes, yeah. I don't want to be embarrassed because if I can't afford it. And I'm like, oh, I understand. We're looking for a budget friendly room. We can do that. I can help you. If not at this hotel, then at another hotel down the street. I said, I booked for all of them up and down that street. He's like, oh, okay, okay. So I look in the hotel, and, there was a room. It was prepaid, not discounted, nothing like that. So I was like, well, I don't know if we have any rooms here. So we're going to be doing a video on call flow and building urgency pretty soon. Um, so with that, I was like, okay. I said, I've got one room. I said, that isn't a twin bed. I said, I've got one. It's a queen. But we got to book it right now because by the time you get in here, it'll be gone. Um, he's like, oh my God, oh shit. Excuse my French. He's like, book me. And we're talking like overnight, y'all. It's a special breed. Uh, so I book them and I let them know, special request, not guaranteed, but we'll see and try to accommodate you 24/7 front desk. He's like, well, am I going to see you when I go in? I said, well, no, I'm in another location, but it's okay. Um, I said I booked for several hotels in the area, so I'm not associated with anyone in particular. Oh, he goes, oh, okay. I said, but I've got you. This is the best budget room. Let's go ahead and do it. So we did that. And then I was just tickled pink by that guy because he was so excited. I got him a great room at a great price. There was an online discount of 12%. And he prepaid. He just went in and he was on the phone with me as he was walking in the hotel. It's like, I called Miss Becky and she got me a room and this is my, and I'm hearing this on the phone. And they're like, okay, let me look it up. And I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go. And he got his room, and they accommodated him, even though it was the middle of the night. They were able to accommodate him. So that just tickled me pink, just as pink as my hair, tickled me pink. Um, so I waited because that was about 3:30 in the morning. Talked to a couple of friends, over Facebook Messenger, and I was like, well, I'm gonna kind of piddle around. I'm not tired. Then I'm gonna hop back on about 4:35 in the morning, and we'll just kind of see. Now, Hotel Planner, they are without a doubt 24/7. And most people think, well, Becky, as Hotel Planner, it's just the U.S., right? No. My 5 a.m. call was from Melbourne, Australia. And I was like, sure, I love Melbourne. Over here in Texas, USA. Yeah, great. Hey, listen, you're out there at the, airport? Okay, I can find you a place. And you can hear the noise in the airport. Now, 5 o'clock here a.m. in Central Standard Time is like they crossed the date line there. So you've got other things to think about. It was during the day. Very, very busy, very, very loud. But he was so budget. And I'm like, okay. So first, there were some great rooms, but they sold out. I do not know what the heck was going on there, but something was going on. So all the good rooms were sold out. And I'm like, well, this is the best I can do for you. Built value. We need to take this or not take this. And he's like, I just don't have the money. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, how far out from Melbourne can you go? Because a little farther out from the airport, I could probably get you a better deal. He goes, well, I don't have a car. I'm walking. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's gonna be sleeping on a bench. Um, so we had, I mean, he really, really tried. He was really amenable. He was just like, this is all the money I've got on, because he was paying a certain way, and he only had so much money, and we tried our best for about, I'd say, 12 minutes, different hotels, and things were just booking out. I'd have the room, go to the recap, click that processing, and pop up a message. I'm so sorry, this is booked. That happened 5 times. And I tried so hard to save that, and he was so apologetic. And he's like, I just need a room. I'm like, I just can't get you into the hotel you're wanting. They're booked out. And I gave him a couple options, built the value, and he's like, I just don't have the money. And I'm like, oh, and my heart bled for him. I hit back to the other hotels, refreshed, try to use, other options and discounts, and there just wasn't anything there. Not refundable, not secondary, not pay at the hotel, nada. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And then they're a day ahead, so they got their holidays. But he's like, well, I guess I'll just try to walk and find like a hostel or something. And for those who don't know, hostel is kind of like a little bunk bed that you share a room um, with other travelers. So he was not something on Hotel Planner. So he was looking at that, and I'm like, okay, but if you change your mind, give us a call back. We'd be happy to help you. And he was so polite, but he was just constrained by the money. So, yeah, just wasn't able to book him, but it was the best conversation. I love talking to people from other countries. I have talked to people from Canada, I've talked to people from Mexico, England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, um, Italy, Germany, Luxembourg, I think, one of those other countries that are real small, and now Australia. So, and a lot of them are just Americans, and they're just like, one lady, and it was one of those smaller countries. She's like, I just left the hotel, and she had called me instead, and she's like, I left my keys to the house in America in the hotel room, and she's like, can you go check? And I'm like, I'm reservations over here in the USA. So yeah, you're gonna have to let me text you that front desk number. Good luck. But that was just some of the wonderful conversations I've had. I was expecting it to be more calls, but a lot of agents got on this weekend. So a lot of my stuff's been overnight. Um, we will talk about my agent score some more, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. For those of you who don't know, you might notice I now have members, and I have members only videos where we dish the tea in a little more depth than I normally would. It's join if you want, take a month, look at it, cancel, just whatever. It's nothing like super, but things like my job list, I list those. What really happened at Flex Agent with that gig wage and my opinion on that. That was a video. So there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But anyways, I'm kind of exploring different options with the channel, and I just use the preset stuff that YouTube set up for it. So I was just like, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you Wednesday.